What's up, everybody? Go RGN TV here. We got our losers bracket semifinals here. Unleashed versus Orbit. I'm Laser Jesus. Alongside me today in spirit is Hurricane. What's up?
How you doing, my friend? I'm excited for this lower bracket all-Swedish matchup.
And hopefully we got our delays out of the way. This match was supposed to be occurring about a half hour ago. And we are on the knife round here. It looks, I'm not sure if they're going to redo the knife round or what, because one of their players lagged out. I suppose it depends on if they really care or not. But aside from that, we got a really interesting matchup here. Like you said, all Swedish players here.
They sacrificed one.
And Unleashed. Oh, really?
Yeah.
What gentlemanly play here going on. Let's see who's going to get it. Who's going to get that CT side? It looks like Orbit's going to get it. What respectable play already, you know? Swedish, you know, they're a nice country. It doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, interesting strategy. One man down. Go ahead. Let's even up the odds, and pretty respectable. You know, they're countrymen together, so nice fair play by both teams.
Yeah, and just going off, we have a very interesting matchup here. Orbit, obviously the favorite, just based upon very experienced players throughout their roster and everything like that. But for Unleashed, these guys are on a terror. They got dropped early on in our tournament in the lower bracket by Existence, and then I believe they've won 5 straight in the lower bracket. And bear in mind, our lower bracket is best of 1, so they beat in best of 1 sets Imperial Dragons, ESC, Vi Nation, Agent, and MyXMG. So it's just, or I'm not sure. Wait, that's wrong. They did beat. Oh, they did beat MyXMG. Okay, I had it right. I wrote it down right. And yeah, that's 5 best of 1s consecutively, and against, I mean, you gotta figure that gives them a chance against Orbit, who just recently lost to who do they lose to here? Gamers 2. And whatever team wins this one moves on to play Existence, which will be a best of 3 in our lower bracket. So what do you think of Unleashed's chances here?
I think in BO1s anything can happen, and since they won Knife, they're starting on the stronger side, so maybe they might be able to carry some momentum into that second half if they get a good start.
And this is our last best of 1 of our tournament. And Unleashed, if they can make it to the finals, this would be a crazy accomplishment, especially for a team that nobody really was given a chance. A couple people gave them a dark horse chance, but not like this. 5 best of 1s in a row, and now just Orbit to contend with to make their way into the lower bracket final. So Orbit starting on the T side, going for mission control here. Getting control of the banana, just have 1 player there and the rest are gathering up A, it looks like.
Yeah, and it looks like they're taking over middle together. Got that middle control, but the bomb is, I think, towards B if I'm not mistaken. So let me see, where is he? No, they're all together middle. It's four going to the jungle side, but there's 2 contesting CTs. It looks like it's a CT split as they're coming through the arches, able to get that entry kill onto Ab. And Skyton and Law just taking over. Oh my god, they just all dropped like flies. What happened?
They tried to take out a banana. They knew they were getting pinched, tried to take control of something, so they went out banana. Pyth was waiting there, or Pith was waiting there the entire round. And Orbit, such a well-executed little wrap there. The CT player really needed to get 1 or 2, as well as the supporting Arch player. But they gave him so much real estate that before the CTs even really had a chance, there was already 4 terrorists in their face. So a little too passive, in my opinion, from Unleashed there.
Yeah, just a good smoke grenade to cut off, because they did have 2 watching the wrap, but they made it a 1-on-4 just by smoking off that guy. So good strategy and way to get an advantage.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's Unleashed how they usually play, or if they're playing a little tentatively against Orbit here, but definitely not the best way to start off. And now Unleashed here is planning on winning this round. They've fully bought up, only about $500 between them now, and only 1 deagle, a couple pistols, not many nades to work with here, but again, they do have full armor. And for Orbit, careful not to walk into any stacks here. Unleashed is playing default. I'm not sure if I like this. I would have really liked to see them go for something a little crazy instead of just playing spots with pistols, because the incoming Orbit is obviously going to have nades and everything for their take, and Unleashed is just going to have to rely on their shots here. And it looks like Orbit priming up for a banana take. Nobody from Unleashed is pressed up banana, so there's no intel there to give away. And Orbit's coming in. First one, 2 easy frags for Orbit as they enter the bomb site. And this is one of the problems when you're playing around like this, or a force fight, when you play this default, relying on your teammates to hit like shots in comparison with like rifles, and it just doesn't work out when you're playing full standard. And now Unleashed is going to go down even more into an economical deficit as they have fully bought up here. It looks like they're going to try to save with their 3 remaining members, but still, I just don't like seeing that on an eco when you're just playing so standard.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. If you're going to put yourself in an economic hole by buying that on that second round, playing standard like that, just like you said, it requires that a lot of individual play is going to be made because you generally don't have a lot of the nades to slow down, and like Orbit hit the perfect spot as they got full banana control, and it's almost impossible to hold B like that if you're going to give them all the way to the car.
Yeah, need to do a little something at the beginning, at least just notify your teammates that they could be coming. And now Unleash gonna go ahead and full save. Current meta, you can get away with that second round buy, and it'll just make your ultimate gun round a little bit weaker. And now Unleash, see, this is what I would have liked to see last round. They're going for banana stack in Orbit this time. Still the bomb in the back of stairs, so not looking to take anywhere too soon. And for Unleashed, again, 4-man banana stack. Would have liked to see this last round. Only have 1 player at A. Just kind of spotting for intel. Orbit making the correct decision, heading up towards middle here. And the Unleashed player has fallen off. So there's going to be absolutely 0 information for Unleashed to work with. And all their players are going to be stuck at banana. So here it comes. Orbit up the middle. CT unable to do anything. And that's going to be a free bomb site for Orbit. And for Unleashed here, I mean, try to take some guns away, but honestly, it wouldn't be that bad of an idea just to straight up save with your 2 armor players, because a bunch of SMGs in the hands of Orbit, this is just going to be free money for them.
Yeah, and let's see if they can get some exit practice. It looks like they're not fully committing. Maybe they can get a rifle. Ooh, nice shot by Kanza. He's doing a lot of little quick peeking. Oh, T's getting one too. But it looks like, oh, he does get the ass of Roki. And Adder in a one-on-one with Jumpy, only with a MAC-10 versus Eagle, and Jumpy comes out on top. So pretty good eco rounds by them, all things considering. But look at that money, man. Lots of SMG kills for them.
Yeah, and for Orbit there, it wasn't too bad to lose that many players because they didn't have any AKs, only Galils. And now fully stocked and loaded is Orbit. And for Unleashed, no ops across the board, have almost full nades, not quite. So this first round has been made a little bit weaker because of Unleashed's second round buy. Let's see what Orbit decides to do here. Not rushing anything, probably just going to open up, try to take control of apartments. You see a lot of teams skip this nowadays, is apartments control on the terrorist side. It allows you to just spread out the map and force the CTs back into a position where when you take into a bomb site, it's going to be much more sudden and lack of intel from the CT side.
Yeah, and good. I think it's just a little bit of change of the meta for the T's, as I think a lot of counter terrorists on Inferno like to take that banana control early, and just kind of changing the meta a little bit. They now opt to just go into halls a little bit quicker and just gain map control on that side of the map. But Orbit came back, and it looks like Pyth trying to catch someone off guard, but Unleash playing that play perfectly as they're just waiting for someone to walk in their crosshairs. And now it looks like a lot of pressure coming in from Orbit, and a perfect Molotov and flash on T's. He's blind, and Roki's able to take him out, but there's a player still second orange. Team's able to get one. Nope, Roki just taking the bomb site single-handedly. Great individual play by him.
And Unleashed, things were looking so well at the beginning. They got that first pick, but now Orbit has just made their way into the bomb site. And because there was no apartments control or even attempts from Unleashed, it was a long rotate for them, and another goes down. So down to a 2 versus 4 here, Unleashed. Not only think about saving at this point, but they want to stop the bleeding. They want to take these rounds. Okay, they get the first one on the retake. Adder still spamming away. That's 2, down to a 2 versus 2. He's got the Law and Skitten, both of them. Not in the sight, Skitten spamming away. Oh, they both get him down. Is there enough time, though? Yes,
definitely.
It's going to be around for Unleashed. In that 2 versus 4, things were looking bleak, and then things went their way for Unleashed. Nice retake in that 2 versus 4, and for Orbit, kind of threw that one away with their positioning.
I thought that actually Orbit's positioning was really good, but I think it was Skyton who was in what we call water, right next to that grill. He just missed that opportunity because he had a player jumped in the air and had a little bit of vulnerability, but just wasn't able to capitalize on that kill. And then just good spray control on that retake. Very, very well done by Unleash.
Yeah, I guess positioning would be the, oh my god, there it is. On to Abdi Pyth right away. Unleash tries to switch it up and get control of the car to try to stifle Orbit a little bit, because this is Orbit's plan every single time right now. They're going to rush some players Banana. They're going to try to take control of the apartments. And when Unleash tried to take control of Banana, Pyth was ready and waiting for him. So now Orbit, man advantage here. And now Unleash has to rotate one back to Banana. And if you're Orbit here, you don't really have to switch anything up. That last round was kind of a fluke in that 2 versus 4. Unleash really made a play, but Orbit was in full control of that round until the very end. So, one player advantage. Orbit, going to be seeing a ton of this from them. Slowly gathering control, middle apartments and Banana, and then eventually, when everything is secured, then they will make their move. So a little fake up towards Banana. The bomb is still down at stairs. Taking their time here is Orbit. And for Unleashed, well, what is this play from Orbit? They're kind of gambling here. They're trying to run one into CT spawn. One of them has actually made it through B into CT spawn. He can wrap or he can go for a side flank. Oh, but he's still alive. He does take down one. And now eventually it's going to be a B site take. So crazy round unfolding, and eventually it's down to a 1 versus 4 with Skitten. He gets the first one down to a 1-on-2. The rotator's already there. Skitten is taking heads off right now. Uzu is on the rotate. Skitten here has to get a good position. Oh, he's lucky Uzu didn't peek that. He's going to be in the back of the site by New Box. Can't quite hit the head, but he does a lot of damage onto Ozo. And Ozo's making his way up from the CT spawn here. Skitten has switched the angle up. He's went towards the spindles, and this is really going to work out for him. But now Skitten does miss the shot. Uzo still with a chance. He's got to tap the bomb. 10 seconds. No kit. He's not going to stick it. There's no way. He tries to pre-fire, but Skitten with a 1 versus 3. And right back at him is the clutch from Orbit. And Unleashed really couldn't lose that round because now their money is in shambles again.
Yeah, they got money sacks because they won that round, then lost another one. And I don't know what is in the water in Sweden, because all of these players are from that country are just so insanely individually talented that I'm just blown away by that round. It was a lot of just individual play, kind of a weird strategy up from the terrorists. But man, if you just hit shots like that, you could literally just walk anywhere and do whatever you want.
I'm really surprised that NIP has to look out of country for a player, you know?
Yeah, seriously.
I guess it doesn't fit. So now Orbit here. Same exact thing. We're going to see this from them over and over again until Unleash prove that Orbit has to try something different to get rounds, because Orbit's having no difficulty so far. Or a little difficulty, but Unleash has been doing a couple good things. Oh, free bomb site for Orbit as they slowly take in. And this combo, Pyth and Jumpy. Pyth has been taking this bomb site by himself over and over again, right through the smoke. As it had not existed or something, and he's looking for the 3K. He's going to get it. Unleashed, not a single frag. Clean round from Orbit. And 5-1 Unleashed. If they want to have a chance here, they got to start winning rounds now. But this is a tough decision because you have enough to force, but you kind of want to save for that full buy. What do you think?
I think you need the buy at this point. The money is stacking so much towards the terrorists. At least that's what the CT should be thinking at this point. And try to change up a little bit of the strategy. I want to see more aggression in Banana. They only tried to take that truck area, and they did it one round, held it pretty well, and then other than that, they've just been basically giving them the full map control. I don't agree with the strategy by the CTs at all. But now they're cheating another guy towards B as they got so much early damage on the T.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was Nate or not, but he got dropped really low. First frag though goes for Adder, and that's what they need. They took down the apartment's prong of attack, so now Unleashed looking to stabilize. They are stacking towards the B bomb site though. This is a very big gamble for them because A is the site Orbit has their eyes on. So if Orbit gets the first one without getting traded out too hard, this is going to be a nice little take from them. But already rotated back over is the Unleashed player. I like this setup that they have here on Arcus. Smoke is really hindering their way up, but Skitten gets the frag anyways. And now they go for another B wrap. Oh my god, somebody's got to stop this man. Skitten is single-handedly taking control of this round, and the law elsewhere takes down Abdi. So things were looking great for Unleashed, just for a moment. And then you're talking about these individual plays. There seems to be one big one every round from Orbit.
The plays they're making just open up the rounds for them so well. You could just tell that this Orbit team is in form right now. as T's able to kind of surprise fight, but there's not a lot of time left. Oh, if T's at a little bit more HP, oh my God, they're going to lose this round.
No
somehow.
Way. No way.
Yeah,
they
just as we were
spot.
praising them, it just took a long time. This Orbit team's so aggressive that you'd think that they would have moved a little bit quicker. But wow, what a play by Unleashed, sneaking that guy into Banana and catching that bomb off guard, because they were going for a buzzer beater plant.
Yep, that was the only location that could have happened with. So perfect positioning from Adder, and that really gives Unleashed a chance here, because if they can win this one, it would force Orbit into a save. So this is a very key round for Unleashed if they could take this. And in my opinion, they really need this if they want to have a chance here. So early aggression, Kanza, oh, he goes
nice.
Perfect with the Mag 7, perfect timing, and that's exactly how you use that gun on this map. And Mag 7 in the apartment's hallways, very devastating. So now Orbit down a player, but we've seen this situation before. And Orbit always seems to find a way with individual effort to just come back.
Oh my.
Maybe it's going to be the Law this time. He takes down Abdi. Abdi really had a big opportunity to take him out there. Orbit with no support at middle, and now they've evened it up down to a 4-on-4. Look at this setup here for Banana. I'm not sure if I really like it, because they're playing only one player close, and they're going to play a counter flash. But if he gets killed before that flash comes out, it's going to be bad for Unleashed. He's going to aggress. Big flash comes in. Free frag for... Oh, no! Right through the flash. He gets him anyways, but the Law with the second frag this round. This has given away Orbit's plan, though. They try to take into the bomb site. There's still one there. It's going to be Ozo. Needs to do it for Unleashed here. They need this round so desperately. Pyth goes down to him. He's still trying to hold. He's getting dinked twice this round. 2 bullets in his brain, but he's still fighting. Goes down to the Law. The Law maybe going to get an ace this round, but now down to a 2-on-2. Skitten. They take down the bomber. 1-on-2 with Skitten. This man's been hot so far this match. Unleashed, damn near full HP, and they're playing for the trade, both in the same position. Do they fight that first one? Okay, Skitten knows where one of them is, but he's running out of time. Down to 10 seconds. Unleashed is both going to play. They allow him to plant. He gets the first one, but traded off by Adder. Kind of unclean play there by Unleashed. I really thought they should have went for the trade right away, but they allowed Skitten to get the bomb down. And this may just allow Orbit to buy or force if they want to. But very key round for Unleashed. And really need to start rallying some more rounds here. They need to start getting their economy right. Because, again, they're very low in any Orbit round win here. And they're back on that save.
They have such a better chance of winning these rounds when you see the little bit of early aggression. Try to prevent the terrorists from getting some map control. As you saw that they had that Mag 7 pushed up halls, and then they played the counter flash at Banana, not giving them the car so easily. So I love the little change of strategy. I think they've kind of figured out what they need to do. So let's see if they can capitalize it on a little bit more. But again, early aggression Banana from the terrorists, and they have full control.
Yep, and since you see from Unleashed, a lot of CT teams will kind of try to take control of the apartment area, or at least give the terrorists a little something to look at, to have to spend a little bit more time taking control of that apartment. But nobody from Unleashed is doing that. And as a result, you can see that the rotate is nowhere near, and Orbit is primed and ready to go. 5 Tech 9s in your face. Here it comes into the bomb site. Can Unleashed hold? They need this round if they want to have a chance. And here they come. Unleashed first frag. That's Tees. Oh, no, they're both getting one apiece so far. Gotta get more than that. That's it. 2-2 trade. You gotta think that favors Orbit. They do suffer a lot of damage, but Unleashed is so far away with the rotate. Orbit has all the time in the world to set up. Oh, Roki burns to Abdi's Molly, and now it's a 2-on-3. Only one gun in the hands of Pyth. He's fairly low, but the Law is trying to take some sort of aggressive position. But look at this patience from the CTs. Oh, the bomb hasn't even been planted. I'm a big noob. I thought they were just waiting right there, but
that
now
Molly
finally
took
they
out
recover the bomb. 1-on-3. He doesn't. They do allow him to get the bomb down. He takes one with him, but nonetheless, a round win for Unleashed. But they've suffered so many casualties that it's not going to allow them to start getting their economy straight. And Orbit, after that round, fully Tech 9'd up and armored, they're still able to buy after this. So Unleashed is not out of those dangerous waters just yet.
And as an eco for Orbit, that was such a good round for them. But man, the bomber just I haven't seen this like a team struggle to get the bomb down as much as I have in this match. This has been kind of funny to watch, as it's just been really good counterplays by the CTs. Yeah,
pretty much half the rounds here have been some sort of like tricky situation with the bomb. And as you're talking about Unleashed, that's what they need to do. They go for the early Banana aggression, and this time it doesn't go Pyth's way. And Unleashed as another advantage. We've seen Orbit mount comebacks many a time this match alone with these individual plays after they go down a player. So will we see that again? And finally for Unleashed, they're feeling comfortable enough to rotate one off of Banana and stack the A-bomb site. You see this a lot on Inferno, but not so far this match. And now finally Unleashed is beginning to do it. Now he's going back to Banana, but two players have already gone down for Orbit. They're trying to muster up their forces and take up the middle, where only one player is waiting for him. So Orbit, if they can get this mid pick, they'll be in business this round. Otherwise, Unleashed might finally be starting to stockpile a little bit of money. Taking their time up middle here, Orbit. They're going to try to split onto this A-bomb site. Not really in prime position to trade except for at the porch area. They got to take all together. Unleashed now sending an additional player towards A for support, and that is the correct decision. The bomb is all alone here, but Kanza on top of the balcony takes down the Law. This is going to be an Unleashed round unless we see some sort of miracle aimbot round from Orbit. But it only one up now, Jumpy, and that's exactly what Unleashed needs this match. They got to allow themselves a little bit of padding for Orbit to get around because they can't save anymore if they want to win this half. And Orbit, you could say they've already done enough damage already on this T side.
Well, the score should be like, I don't know, 8-2, it should feel like. But, man, Unleashed just clawing back and winning these rounds. And that early aggression, getting that player down early and just having that numbers advantage is really affecting how Orbit operates as they just go for picks. And look, Hansa pushed up middle. Can he capitalize on a few kills, able to spam through? And he gets down 2, but Roki trading him out. And it looks like Adder's spamming through that smoke with the lock, catching him off guard, pushing through that smoke. Loving that new update. With the smoke effect going away on your screen, and you're able to make a little bit of a play. And he's still running around. Addy getting that kill, but Roki's still moving around, Rec-9ing it up. Jump headshot, getting Kobe Bryant on them. And oh my god, what a reaction shot. I love Sweden, man.
Right, Swedish Counter-Strike, I mean, it's just in their blood. And what a crazy round already. It's down to a 1 versus 2 now, and Ozo's going to be going for the flank. He's got to be real silent. That's as messy as a round as it gets, and that's what you really want to do on those Tech 9 rounds, is just make it a slugfest, get real dirty, and just get all in their faces. But now 1-on-2, Ozo coming out of the apartments. Both of Orbit members are inside. I believe he spotted in head, but Roki just peeks up and takes him down anyways. In Orbit, got away with one there. And Unleashed, gotta tighten it up. They went for a little aggression at middle, and they got the first 2 picks. But in the end, Orbit just ran all over the map and caught a lot of the Unleashed members off guard. And now Unleashed, dangerous position here because they only have $200 after this round, and they cannot lose this.
Yeah, really big round by them, as they just had their money. Or excuse me, they haven't been losing, but they lost a lot of money from all of those guns dropped, and man, those Tech 9 plays by Roki were just something else. I'm curious to see how Orbit's going to be reacting on this gun round, because it's going to be a little bit less loose. They have 3 people in the halls, but there's 2 people at A to counter it. Let's see what they can do with it.
Yeah, this is a good setup for Unleashed here. They got 2 there. Kanza, both of them, as they try to enter the bomb site. Orbit still pressing the matter, trying to come out of the apartment. That has all been taken down, and now both players are trying to come up the board. Unleashed with a hold that they needed. And just correct guess with the setup there, but having 2 out of the apartments area, perfect guess.
Yeah, just great setup really to counter that play. As soon as that Halls player went down, there was just there was a CT ready to follow up and end that aggression, and then add a little bit more damage to the following players coming up the lane. So great setup by CTs.
Yeah, and it was interesting because Orbit hasn't been going out of the apartments all that often. So for Unleashed to do that setup and kind of relinquish middle a little bit was a key play by them. But now, Orbit, they liked what they've seen at Banana so far, and they're going to go with another 5-man take. And for Unleashed, they don't have anybody peeking inside the apartments or down middle, so Unleashed has no idea this is coming. But one CT's going to be rotating over. He has kind of an idea. He's just indecisive whether he wants to pull the trigger and go to the bomb site or not. And now here comes the take from Orbit. Can they hold it one more time? Orbit wants to test him out. Unleashed, holding sound so far. 3 frags unanswered. And this looks like Orbit is going to get stuffed here. We've seen crazier things, though. Skitting only man to get 1. I was going to say for the Swedish lineup, but that'd be a lie. So Unleashed, 7-6 here. If they can make it 9-6, they've got a chance. But you got to think Orbit on the CT side is going to be very prepared.
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited to see what Orbit has on CT, but man, I'm so impressed with Unleashed. I haven't seen this team play, and hearing about their incredible run in the lower bracket, I was excited to see what they would bring to the table, and they haven't disappointed as the law. Man, this Orbit team, best Tech 9 team world.
I know. I love to see this kind of play too. You don't see it as often anymore. Just smash them out. They went for a mid rush. You never see that in the top level plays anymore. With straight up mid 5 pistols and it's somehow working out with them. Just smash mouth counter strike. They bring it down to 1 versus 2. It's Jumpy. After he takes down Tease, he's gonna go all the way back towards the B bomb site, and Ozu needs to get back to B, and he is gonna beat him there. And for Jumpy, does he have a smoke? He has a Molotov. Is he gonna burn that? No, he is not. He's making his way into the site. Obviously has no idea where Uzu is going to be. And is Uzo even going to peek here? It doesn't look like it. He might just wait for his teammate and allow him to plant. But now he knows Jumpy's in the site. He's going to go for the plant. Is Jumpy going to go towards the garden? He's got to know that at least one of them is in the area. Unless they stack the A-bomb site in his mind. And that might be what he thinks. You got to give this to Orbit or Unleashed here. At this trade, seemingly inevitable.
No.
And yeah, Jumpy has no idea. Uzu played that so patiently that really, in Jumpy's mind, the site was clear.
Yeah, there was no noise by Ozo, so Jumpy just pulled out the knife at a really bad opportune time because Ozo had the perfect positioning to punish that. So kind of unfortunate for Jumpy though, but good job getting the bomb down and pretty good eco, honestly, as they were able to take down 3 players.
And just continuing off on the point, like, of how amazing this Unleashed run has been. Like, when I was writing down these team names, like, they beat all of these guys in a row. Dragons, ESC, Vi Nation, Agent, and MyXMG consecutively to make it to Orbit. And if they could take Orbit out as well, geez, what a run by Unleashed. And we're definitely going to be seeing more from these guys. They can put together runs like this. The last round of the half, Unleashed goes down. First frag goes to Pyth. We've seen this before. So how is the rotation going to react to this? They're only sending 1 towards the B-bomb site in Orbit. Going to slow it down here. They have control of the apartments fully. So Unleashed spread super thin here, and they're trying to gain player count back in their favor, but instead Uzu just backs up, gives them full banana control. And you can see from Unleashed here, they're just playing straight up 2-2.
Yeah, and they're doing a little execute on the B site to try to see if they can force a rotate, but with Skyton ready to take out any rotators, but they're not budging. They're having a good. Oh, but here they come. Skyton, is he able to capitalize on it? Yes, he is, and now the bomb site is free for them. But Adder's there, ready to counter, and Roki following up with the frag as he was just able to come up middle freely. And what a good strategy by Orbit, really catching them off guard and really well executed fake.
And really, it's just, you know, Inferno 101. You go for those, you go for control of banana, you go for control of apartments, and then eventually you decide what site you want to take based upon the information that you've gotten. And Uzu is blind, but he's burning. I don't even think he realizes it. Down to 9 HP, and Unleashed trying to do what they can. Not gonna be allowed by Orbit. So 8-7 half. Unleashed. Is this enough? I don't think so. But, hey, they've won 5 best-of-ones in a row against some pretty notable teams, so anything is possible at this point.
Yeah, and, I mean, this is just classic Inferno for Counter-Strike. I feel like I have seen so many Inferno matches that end 16-14, so I think it's really possible that as long as Unleashed has a solid T-side and can kind of mess with their money, or mess with Orbit's money, that I think we could see a really nice barn burner, hopefully a lot of heart thumping for us with some really close plays, as that was a very exciting first half.
Right? If you're watching from Sweden, you know, who do you root for? But, so, Unleashed here. Pistol round is going to decide the momentum. And if you're Orbit, if you can take the pistol, you got to think they have this match in the bag. But we'll see how Unleashed is on their terrorist side. And where do they want to go? They got 3 people with armor, and look at this. One of their players, with the sacrifice move, gives Abdi the Tech 9 on top of his armor. So let's get eye on Abdi here to decide where he wants to go. Tech 9 armor combination. He could easily get dropped from a USP headshot. And look at the difference this round from how Orbit's playing their pistol round. They're pushing 3 players down Banana, and they're all getting aggressive, but Unleashed, they spotted out. They get both the frags. Unleashed with a great start to this pistol round. Only 1 player alive by the skin of his teeth in the B-bomb side. 5
that
HP,
jumpy
and
smoke
he's lurking
play.
in the smoke. He's lurking in the smoke. This could work out so good or bad for them. Oh, Kanza was waiting there the entire time. She was wise to it, and I think that was Orbit's last chance in this round with some crazy lurk in the smoke. But now down to just 2 players, Pyke and Skitten. Very deadly duo. Pyke gets 1. His teammate with no HP goes down. So Pyke has got to hit nothing but headshots. Not going to happen. And Unleashed takes this pistol round. Are we going to see him run the gauntlet of the lower bracket all the way through?
It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Man, I had flashbacks of 1.6 strategy calling on pistol round. I'm loving that Tech 9 armor buy, kind of like the USP armor buy back in the day. And man, that grenade was devastating. Orbit had 3 players in Banana to counter that push-up B, but they fell back and just, it was like a trap card in Yu-Gi-Oh! They just blew up.
Right. What was that? What was that? I don't even want to go into it. I remember that one card. It was so cheap, but never mind. I don't want to expose myself to being too much of a nerd. You know, I'm already talking about games for hours on end. But Unleashed here. Similar situation to is Orbit in the last half. Is now Orbit is the ones going for that full buy after losing the round. A lot more
I think they're listening to us, man, because they just creeped 2 back over there.
Yep. And this is what the difference is. Orbit on their pistol round aggressed. And Orbit on the next round stacked the bomb site. So playing a lot more dedicated to these holds. Now coming into the bomb site is Unleashed. They're walking straight into a stack. Another trap from Orbit has been set. Big flank coming in. Oh my god. Unleashed falling in the hold. Works out for Orbit. This is disastrous for Unleashed in Orbit. That's what you want to see on a force buy on an eco. You want to see a stack. You want to throw the opposition off guard. Playing default doesn't necessarily work, but if you could throw all your pistols at them at the same time, those are the results.
Yeah, and just good read by Orbit, as they only had 2 people B at the beginning, but they heard the T's aggressed all the way to the car, and then they just made the gut call that hey, they're probably going to come over here as we get a nade stack middle, early damage on the Kanza and the Abby, and it was just trap card versus trap card, man. I'm loving it. Right?
Trap versus traps, man. You gotta figure that favors the CTs eventually. But this round, Unleashed, unable to drop anybody from Orbit. And you want to get at least a couple kills on these eco rounds to kind of keep the CT's money in check. But no frags for Unleashed this time. And they do have enough. They are going to probably buy here. I mean, it is the 4th round, but look at how low their money is. I mean, what do you do here? Do you Tech 9 up and then buy afterwards? We've seen that a few times.
Yeah, if I were calling on this situation, I think I would call for like a Tech 9, just body armor, no head armor type of play, and see what you can do with it. And it looks like instead of armor, they're just opting more nades so they can get some sort of aggression or some sort of control. But they're going for the early B. And, oh my God, what a shot by Roki! Holy cow! But yeah, they're all on the other side of that smoke. Oh, and Roki
on the other side,
snagging that Tech 9 on the other side of the smoke. But I wonder if they hear him. They're doing some cute little flashes.
And this is what's different about Orbit too. I keep highlighting the differences between these 2 teams. Is Orbit from the jump has been aggressing Banana and just fighting for that control. And you can see they have people in apartments as well for Orbit. So information battle definitely going to Orbit here. Right from the side, drops all 3 quick succession, and now just the last bomber remaining. Ozo goes down. And now for Unleashed, you gotta start winning rounds here, and or at least at the bare minimum take a couple players down. Because Orbit's money, if they keep winning these rounds without losing anybody, it's gonna be so difficult for Unleashed to mount a comeback.
I'm loving this CT strategy by Orbit. I'm feeling like they might be able to win this because they know that they need to get this map control and get that early information, just like we've been harping on this whole match. So I think they're just playing it the correct way, and this game being a little bit more CT sided, I think they're just in a good advantage right now, even though the score is a little bit close. But maybe if Unleashed can have some good individual play and good strategy, but speaking too soon, Skyton able to take out Ozo, making it hard for them to move around the map. There's still 3 at T stairs, like just no aggression at all. But we got the plant. Roki's wise to it and spams down to 24. Ooh, pretty close no scope through that smoke. Maybe would have been able to get that kill. But again, Orbit just feeling confident, and they already have 4 stacked at A.
Yeah, this is perfect for Orbit. You can see just how stifling and limiting that style of play is. When you aggress down Banana, forces the Unleashed players to either contest with you or fall back. And when they have a smoke in their face, really that's no question in your decision. And for Orbit, them aggressing apartments as well and getting that frag and then falling off, that's exactly how you play Inferno and Orbit, showing their experience here. But dangerous spot. He is pushed so aggressively. Roki does get down the first one though, and Unleashed, tough spot because they got to push likely to their death or try to fall back again to their death. So they take down one. That's Roki goes down to Adder, but the rotate is already there. Is he going to be able to do anything though? The Law has been smoked out. And that's a great smoke because the Law could have easily changed that round, but now Unleashed has a chance. A small one, but they got one. 3 on 4.
He's looking at him. Oh my god.
Oh my god, he saw him from the other side. Adder, the Law. Your chance here. Unleashed is holding. Can they do this? It'll make it 10-10. Down to a 2-on-2. Unleashed. There's Abdi on the skin. 1-on-2. Pike. Very deadly player. He's waiting for anybody to peek him. He does. Abdi does peek him, but he has no time left. And they're both going to get out of there with their guns. But Unleashed, 10-10. But Orbit, they do lose. I mean, they lost the round. They do make it out with 1 gun, but look at their money. It's still okay. They can still lose at least 1 more round. And for Unleashed, you want to get a slugfest now. It's okay to trade rounds at this point, but this is a very important one for them.
This is just team grind it out. They got that really early. They got that early disadvantage by a few players dropping. But man, what a good call, or a mid-round call to just go back to B as they cheated another player towards A. Orbit did, and just beautiful call by them as they were able to just capitalize on that mistake.
And Orbit switching nothing up. You see Skitten still pushing the apartments area and still retaining control of the car is Orbit. They got smokes down in the apartments. They got a player in closet. They're aggressing Banana. These are all things we didn't really see from Unleashed as often as from Orbit, because Orbit's doing every round saying, you know, we're going to do this. Can you stop it without losing any players? Because eventually when Unleashed takes, it's going to be like more of an uninformed decision if they don't have control of Banana as well as the apartments.
Yeah, good point. As it's just it was looking like they were going to make a lot of uninformed decisions, but again, they gambled on that last round towards B, and it was just a good call. But you can't really rely on that type of stuff. You want to really grind it out towards the end, but it's all tied up. So we'll see. We'll see if we were speaking a little bit too soon. Let's see if the strat caller can do some work.
And this is a key point here for Orbit, because they have control of Banana, but they're not rotating any players over. And that's kind of one of the points that you could do. But it is going to work out from here, because now they've rotated back towards Banana. Orbit hasn't really been peeking down, but the take has been revealed. Are they going to check sandbags? They do! This is looking great for Unleashed now. They just got one more to deal with in the bomb site, and that's Jumpy, who falls without taking down anybody. But the Law is now there. He's got to drop a couple Unleashed members before his teammates can start making their way in. And it did, yeah. Since he didn't get anybody, Orbit says, okay, we'll give you that one. We're going to fall off. And for Unleashed, man, this fall back to Banana, Orbit is really struggling.
Yeah, they know that the banana is being aggressed by Orbit, so they give a little pressure at A. The only spot really that's open middle, and they faked a lane take and just ran all the way back. And surprisingly enough, they only had 1 player in Banana to try to stop it, and he was going for a little cute play, see if you can capitalize on them not checking sandbags, and it just didn't work out like that. Almost too basic of Counter-Strike to try to capitalize on at this high level of play.
Yeah, gambling around on somebody not checking a spot, especially that one. Like, I'm sure you and I have been shot in the back from that spot. I mean, at least 100 times.
And silver.
Yeah. Right? Everybody forgets to check that time, but banking on nobody checking it out of the whole team, I don't know. There's always that one player that's
A little
going to
curious.
be your storm of the team or something.
Yes, exactly.
But now Unleashed. This is a point where they could break Orbit. This is a breaking point. If Orbit loses this round, they're going to have to save, but Unleashed is trying to switch it up. They're aggressing through a smoke at middle, and they lose the initial battle. Oh, and then a Pipe gets another one. That's Adder trying to trade, but instead he gives his life to the Orbit side. And now Unleashed, that was such a crucial point for them, and for them to gamble it away and try to rush through a mid-smoke. I mean, now Orbit, if they can make it out of this round without losing any guns, they'll begin to establish another economy. But Unleashed, seen crazier things so far in this match. 3 on 5. And I mean, even if they can't win this round, at least take a couple of guns away from Orbit.
Yeah, just too aggressive of a play and Orbit was playing for that. They were just watching that smoke, and they just punished those players for doing that. But they're not out of it yet. Ozo getting a nice headshot on the Pipe, and then taking out Skitten with a beautiful smoke, and they're able to plant in that very strange corner right there. But Roki flanking, able to take down Ozu, and it's crumbled as Tease is taken down by Roki as well. But pretty good consolation at this point to get that bomb down.
Yeah, not bad at all. I thought that was going to be an easy cleanup for Orbit, but somehow managing to get the bomb down, and this will allow them to buy. I believe it's an extra $800 you get, so that would be pretty much all going to nades here for Unleashed. And Unleashed really had a big chance to just take control of the map entirely for
a little bit
last
too
round.
comfortable.
Yeah, and even in the end there, we saw just their ability to scrap out these rounds and make them close. Just crazy from Unleashed. You know, I hate being a Swedish deathmatch, you know? I feel like a noob or something.
Yeah, I don't think I could hold my own in there. I'm scared. Like if I ever visit Sweden, I'm not going to a LAN center because I feel like I'm going to get my butt kicked.
Right, you get kicked out, not being good enough. Nah,
It's
they're
like a
nice
fight
people.
club in there.
Right, I mean, how many countless teams has the Swedish scene brewed that just go on to dominate the scene for a little while?
Unbelievable. And now that we have the combined scenes from Source and 1.6, there's all these players coming out of the woodwork that I had no idea about because I basically only followed 1.6 as I was a young lad. So all these new names coming out, just if there's a Swedish flag by them, they have a chance to win. Like I'm convinced.
Right. Take notice, bettors. I mean, I wonder how many people have bet against Unleashed in this lower bracket. Actually, I think this might be the first time that we've been on Lounge. I think I remember that little detail, but we are in a quick little pause here. Some sort of ping issue. I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take, but man, Unleashed. Orbit, you know, top or tier 2, you could say, European squad, and Unleashed has definitely upset at least a couple tier 2 teams now in our tournament alone. So Unleashed definitely gaining some notoriety and turning some heads because, I mean, maybe it's just my ignorance, but I hadn't heard about them before this.
Yeah, I'm wise to them now. Like, if I'm betting on them, I know what to expect because they're gonna have a shot at winning any match from what I can tell. The skill level is there, and they have some pretty good mid-round decision making that I think is pretty much what makes or break a good Counter-Strike team. But we're back live now, and it looks like the Law trying to pick middle, but wasn't able to pick or see any of those early terrorists going into B. And we have that early aggression. Terrorists now control Banana, but actually they stopped because there was a smoke there. Let's see if they're a little bit patient and they work it and T's also working those halls. So like you said, that's the standard Inferno play is try to gain map control on both sides of the map and then try to make a good mid-round decision.
Exactly, and like this is the thing about doing this as a CT, that even though this round Orbit did not aggress Banana, or that now they have one there, and they didn't aggress Apartments, as the terrorist side, since you face that same setup every single time, you have to devote all the time necessary to clear that spots as if the CTs were doing the same thing. And that's one of the strengths of the mind games. You can see Unleashed has to burn a couple nades and everything just to clear those spots where no CTs are hiding. Now look at this, Unleashed. They're going for an A fake back to B, but Roki pushes down Banana at the perfect time, takes down Abdi, spots the bomb. Orbit now. Do they rotate anybody else over? It doesn't look like they're going to. They're giving up on Banana, and they're trying to take out the middle. Oh, Hansa almost down the lob. That was scary. The lob going ham right now. Takes down 2 before he's traded off. The A-bomb site's now on the brink of being taken. Tease takes down 2. There's only 1 left inside of A. It's Kitten.
Oh my.
He takes down 1, and the second one, Orbit. Little scary for him there for a moment, but in the end, not enough. And Unleashed drops the round.
I love that strategy by Unleashed, honestly, but what was better, good offense was trumped by better defense, as they just had the perfect Molotovs to stop that aggression. There was a Molotov thrown through the smoke at Halls, and then Pyth threw a perfect Molotov right in front of Boiler, and the Terrace didn't really have enough traction, and then Roki pushing down Banana after they made that call that there's an executed A, able to see the bomb and take out one, leaving, and then getting out there safely. So beautiful play by Orbit.
And look at this. They do trade at middle. Unleashed goes for a straight up mid rush. Can they make anything more of it? It doesn't look like Orbit finds their footing in this round. It looked a little scary for a moment again. Orbit gonna control that mid eventually. And I mean, there's maps that I cast that you don't even see a rush the entire game. And we've seen 2 mid rushes between these 2 teams, and I just love that. But now another round for Unleashed. Now it's getting to that point where you got to start putting some more on the board, because Orbit's money is getting up there, at least with a couple of their players. But Unleashed, this is a must-win round.
Yeah, they need to get a little bit of traction, as now Orbit's getting a lot more comfortable, and hopefully they get a little grindy, but Roki able to punish Kanza for going through that smoke, and they have 2 people ready to respect anybody that comes down Banana. And Ozo backing up a little bit, but there's still a player in Halls. He's about to fight 2 players up, but a Molotov backs him up, and he's already at half health. So beautiful play by the CTs, as they have full map control.
Nade work alone has gotten them 2 players at half-life and claimed 1 life. That's Kanza who went down. That was a little sloppy play by him. He was trying to make a play, but in the end he gave Orbit the kill, just rushing through the smoke, and Pyth does take down Tease on the other side. And Unleashed is going to try to force through this smoke. Jumpy's in a perfect position. He rushes to the side, sprays down both of them. Oh my god, he could just give this terrorist a hug right now. Adder, let's take down the law. Comes to maintain control of Banana, and Unleashed here. 2,900 with a lot of them. Do they want to force up here or give Orbit the tie round is the question. And Unleashed, this could be the end of their run.
And they're opting for that Tech 9 armor buy. I wish that I would have seen a little bit more passive play by them. Try not to push through smokes as much, because it's basically free kills for them.
Opposite play on both sides of the map from these 2 teams.
But they're all Banana, and look, they come to that smoke again, but this time with a pop flash, able to kind of get some damage, but man, Roki is just holding it down.
Oh,
they already have the rotate there, they're blocking
here.
each other, and oh my god, there's already a guy at the bottom of Banana to stop Skype, but they get that kill. It's a 1-on-2. Ozu spamming through that smoke, able to do some damage. It's getting a little silly, and Ozu able to get another one. Down to 1-on-1 somehow. This is some wild Counter-Strike.
This is craziness right now, and Ozo's gonna flank, or he's gonna fake the flank. How's Pyth gonna play this? He's gonna keep pushing Pyth. He's down to 4 HP. This is so scary. This is Unleashed pretty much tournament life right now, and it's down to this goofy, crazy round between these 2 Swedish players. Ozu, does he know he's at the car? He doesn't need to spam him. Oh my god, what a crazy end to a crazy round. And Unleashed, they're still in this. If Unleashed can take down Orbit here, they would have beaten Dragons, ESC, Nation, Agent, MyXMG in a row. That is a crazy gauntlet to run. And Unleashed here, if they could take this round, it'll be an Orbit save the next, and they're right back in this. Unleashed can just not give up this early round advantage. They got a great shot here.
Yeah, but I still don't believe in them, because I haven't seen very much change in strategy. It's just been a lot of individual play, and unless they can do it for the next 3 rounds, I just don't see it happening. But I want to believe.
I want to believe. I want to see this. I want to see Unleashed go all the way through.
Oh, pop flash Banana, 2 blind. Roki gets 1, gets 2.
Oh no. Unleashed. They dropped 2 frags, no trade attempt. Orbit Not looking too worried at this point, but we've seen a couple of these rounds get really close, even in these 3 versus 5 situations. But now Unleashed. Very tough.
Spotted his head.
Oh, he had a chance there. Roki almost gets decapitated, but makes it out of there safely. And here comes Unleashed. They're going to try to make it into the B bomb site. And this is actually a correct decision because Orbit thought they were coming back to A. Nobody rotated, but they're going to fall. Jumpy takes down 1, 2, only one member up. It's Uzu. He takes down the first 2. He takes down the first 3. Tell me this is not happening. We are not going to see this again. Oh, he tries to plant the bomb, but spams the right spot. And Uzu, if he did that again, I would have lost it.
I would have just thrown my mouse against the wall and walked away, and you would have casted this by yourself. I'm sorry.
Hey,
but
okay.
it didn't.
I would have assumed the best.
But it looks like we have another Rec 9 buy with some armor. So I mean, it looks like when they get the Tech 9 and they're feeling a little bit backs in the corner, we see the best play out of Unleashed. So they're not out of it yet, I don't think. And they're kind of changing it up. They're going for some alternate map control instead and giving them the bananas. It's just not been working out. That pop flash was devastating last round.
Yeah. Could this be the end of Unleashed? Terrific run through the lower bracket. Orbit on the brink of eliminating them. And really spread out Tech 9 by here from Unleashed. You know, it's interesting. You have back in the Source days, at least. I don't know so much about 1.6, but the Deagle was so devastating that some teams were just straight up better off with just deaging. And we could be seeing this with the Tech 9. But
yeah, the Tech 9 CZ has just been the remix of the Deagle play back in the day. And yeah, there were some teams that were just amazing at Deagle buys back in the day. Like Complexity comes to mind. But yeah, they're heading back to B, and there's 2 players there. Good one-way smoke by Roki, but he just wasn't able to capitalize it. Jumpy full blind.
Oh my god.
Taken down again, and we have Ozu pushing down spawn. And CT's just backing away immediately. They're going to be saving. Just give them their props because those players still have Tech 9s in their hands. Don't want to give them any more guns, but they'll be able to save those 2 rifles that were taken down at B.
Yeah, it's too bad Unleashed doesn't know that Orbit is saving right now, because if they knew, you'd easily see all those pistols go on the prowl. Now eventually gonna start hunting. I'm not sure they have the time necessary to find them right now. But Unleashed, maybe only Tech 9, man, because I don't know if it's the way that the Tech 9 makes them play, or if it's just the gun itself. But Unleashed having a lot of success with these Tech 9s, and they're not out of it yet. If we could see an overtime here between these 2 Swedish teams, it's going to be crazy. Now, Unleashed, 2 rounds, man, and they can bring it into overtime. If they bring it into overtime and beat Orbit, I don't even know. I don't even know.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet, my friend. We still got 2 rounds to cast. And I think to go off what you said, I think it's just how the Tech 9 forces them to play. They know if they want to take advantage of that gun, they got to be a little bit more aggressive and try to capitalize on some mistakes. And Roki going for a play that would make him walk, but Kanza punishing the law with a very curious peek middle, as there's 2 players there to punish him. Kind of giving them a little bit of leeway. They're able to leverage themselves on A, but I think correctly the CTs are kind of stacked towards those halls area. Let's see if they make the good mid-round decision and go back to A or go back to B, because there's only 1 player there to really respect any sort of execute. But it looks like they're going to be throwing smokes. Let's see if they utilize them.
And the fallback to B has been very useful for Unleashed right now. Tournament life on the line. They're trying to take out a middle. They take down Pyth. Only 2 more players in the, or in the A bomb site. They both go down. Only 1 left.
Banana, though.
And they're going to fall back to B. This is crazy from Unleashed. Great decision making. And now at this point for Orbit, you just got to hang on to your guns. You got, if you look at the CT's money, they have about $1,000 collected. And that's all they're going to have coming into the final round. Unleashed could bring this into overtime unless Orbit does something crazy next round. Skitten here needs to hang on to this M4, as that will be the only gun in the hands, or big gun, in the hands of Orbit the next round. And Unleashed turning heads right now, bringing Orbit to the edge. And for Unleashed, this would be amazing, just in terms of, I don't know, sponsorship potential, everything for them.
Yeah, I mean, if we have any potential sponsors looking at teams, check this squad out because they're the fucking real deal. Oh, sorry, I can't curse. They're the freaking real deal. As Skyden's able to take down T. Sorry, I'm just so hyped about this team. This has been incredible. This is the barn burner action you want to see on Inferno with money on the line. It's just classic Counter-Strike, my friend. I'm loving it as Skyden is burning alive in there, and they're actually able to take down that gun. Unleashed, man. I love it.
Is that what real Counter-Strike does? Just reveals the heathen within you?
Yes, sorry. I'll go repent after this match, but right now I'm a heathen.
Right, he's gonna repent. It's okay, folks. I don't know how long it's been without somebody cursing here. I'm actually amazed. I've had a really clean record
I got
recently,
called out for it last time, so sorry.
Oh, dang, you're 2 for 2. Oh, man. But let's get back into this match. Unleashed on the verge of bringing it into overtime. A nice comeback over Orbit, who's a big favorite. If Unleashed can take this, this is 6 rounds in a row. Best of ones in the lower bracket. The shark-infested waters of the lower bracket. And man, Orbit, only pistols to do it. I want to prevent this overtime. End it right here and now. I want to give Unleashed another chance. And now Unleashed. They're slowing it down now. Don't want to give Orbit any frags early. They don't know exactly how much money Orbit has, exactly what they're facing. What is their strategy going to be? Slowly taking control of Banana, and oh my god, is Orbit going to stack the B bomb site again? This would be the ultimate read right now from Orbit if they do this, and they're bringing everybody towards B. Oh no, this is going to be so bad from Unleashed. They could almost bring it into overtime right here and now, but now Orbit's pushing through the smoke. They just need to spam the smoke. Of course, they don't know this. Everybody is just sitting at Banana right now. It just looks like we're almost paused or something. But
Roki, no! Go
they're
back!
eventually going to take in. Oh no, they're going to be smoking in 3 players in this bomb site for Orbit. They smoke it off. Jumping into the first one.
Oh, they're all
trying to battle their way in. Orbit though, 2 frags. They're going to kill everybody from Unleashed. It's down to a 1 versus 4. And Unleashed is on the verge of being eliminated. Things were looking so great, but now it's all up to Adder. He's hindered by a smoke, trying to spam through it. But Orbit has collected all the guns they need. And it's going to be Pipe who finishes the match. And Unleashed.
Oh my god.
Meteoric rise from the lower bracket crumbles to their sweet